Hello and welcome back to another Jurassic World Legacy Collection Reimagined review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Jurassic World Legacy Collection Reimagined Claire and Gyrosphere Escape Pack. So this is the other brand new human figure set that came out with this wave of Legacy Reimagined. It's the cheaper, more $30, I think $37 price point. After tax, I think this came out to $40. Set. It comes with a dinosaur, smaller vehicle, and human figure being Claire. And yeah, this is a pretty exciting set. Now before we really start unboxing, if you could please consider commenting, and subscribing. Yeah, I appreciate it. So yeah, Gyrosphere Escape Pack. Comes with a real feel Estemmenosuchus, I think I'm saying that right. Claire, accessories, and the Gyrosphere. It's Legacy Reimagined. We all know I don't really care for Legacy Reimagined, but this set is kind of fun. Jurassic World Legacy Collection logos on both sides of the box. There's that UPC code. This set is a Target exclusive here in the States. On the back of the box, you've got Claire. It's got her accessories. She's got her utility tool, the knife. They always call it utility tool. And then you get the real feel Estemmenosuchus. I think I'm saying that right. If not, someone will correct me. So, yeah, it's a pack with a dinosaur and a human, except this isn't a dinosaur. Let's just go ahead and crack this set out of the plastic. So here's everything in the set out of the box. Kind of a pain to open, but for your almost $40 after tax, not getting a ton. I think a lot of the cost of this set is coming from this guy. He's entirely new and real feel, and he's pretty big, so I think that's a lot of it. But it's a mix of old and new pieces. The Gyrosphere, I'm pretty sure it's reuse. The knife is obviously reused. This accessory is reused. This is new. Claire is mostly new, it looks like, and then the Estemmenosuchus is new as well. So we'll go ahead and just take a look at everything included. We'll take a look at the Estemmenosuchus first, because it's a pretty cool piece. So this is the Estemmenosuchus. It's quite large. I do like that. It's a $9 figure, but I think it might be more close to like a $15 figure here. Similar to that like smaller Dominion Carnotaurus that's been in a couple sets. It feels like that. It's actually quite well painted for a mainline Mattel figure. You've got paint on the teeth, the horn, the face, and it goes all the way down to the tip of the tail. It is only two colors, the body being this darker blue and then the airbrushed lighter blue. It's based off of the original 1997 Estemmenosuchus figures, based off of that paint scheme. So pretty accurate recreation there. And then he's real feel, so he's squishy. He feels almost like a bath toy almost, which is, it's cool. I don't mind the smaller real feel figures. And he's articulated too, which is super nice. The jaw will open. It's a really bad paint slop on the teeth. That kind of sucks. Like he's got paint on his tongue that is white. Don't care for that. It looks better closed though. And then the eyeball does appear to not have a painted pupil, which does suck. But the new sculpt's pretty cool. It's a new sculpt, new figure. It's our first Estemmenosuchus. We've gotten Scutosaurus a couple times in the line. Not gotten Estemmenosuchus yet. Does have the scan code. You can scan it into Jurassic World Facts. And overall, it does feel like kind of like a bath toy, to be honest. But it looks good. It's a good looking sculpt and a pretty impressive figure. And I think he'll look cool on the retro Mattel shelf that I've got going on. So pretty cool, pretty basic. He's here for Claire to track, or whatever the set's called. So yeah, I think Estemmenosuchus is a herbivore, so I don't think he's like eating anybody, but he looks pretty wicked with these big tusks and teeth, so that's cool. It's a cool figure, just close up look. It's a cool, solid figure. It's very big and bulky, which I like. Yeah, then we've got Claire and her accessories. Not super jazzed they went with Claire. I would have preferred like a character that's a little more retro, but I'm guessing they did Claire because they did Owen earlier in the year. I think it's supposed to be her Jurassic World appearance. If you took her legs off and replaced them with some more film accurate look, like where she's got the thing tied around her, fairly accurate, but it's this weird 90s version of Claire, which I don't think anybody asked for. She is based off of some older Kenner figures. The most obvious, I'm looking at my Lost World shelf right now. I think she's kind of based off the Lost World Dieter Stark, with the red and then the camo pants. But then she comes with Nick Van Owen's pack, and this is like almost a one-to-one recreation of that accessory, which is funny because that accessory is a repurpose of the Dennis Nedry spray gun, which we have gotten a recreation of in the retro line, and this looks completely different than that piece, so that's kind of cool. She comes with a knife. Roland Tembo came with a knife, and then she comes with a crate. That's the same crate that came in that Rebirth set with Zora and Henry, and you can store the accessories in there, I guess. I think that's the point of the crate. I think it's literally here just to drive up the price of the set, because it's a very unnecessary piece, and I felt that way about its initial set it was in. I felt it was a very unnecessary piece. I don't think Claire will fit in the Gyrosphere with the accessories on, so let me just go ahead and get the Gyrosphere in here. Here's the Gyrosphere. It's a single seat Gyrosphere. We've gotten a couple of these. The first time we got one was in Fallen Kingdom. It came with the Gyrosphere Blast truck. Don't have it. And then that Gyrosphere was reused with the Kenji Scorpius Rex set, which I do have, and I'll bring it in for the comparisons later. But I do think it is the exact same single seat Gyrosphere. Claire has come with a Gyrosphere in 3 of her appearances, being the Fallen Kingdom story pack, then the RC one, which I have both. Yeah, it's a Gyrosphere. She fits in it. It'll roll. Keep her upright. The paint scheme is green, and you got some retro kind of 90s colors on it. It looks kind of Lost Worldy, if they used Gyrospheres in the Lost World, which they didn't. It looks like if they made the Gyrosphere in the 90s, it probably would have turned out similar. It probably would have had a big gun on it, but it would have been hard for it to roll with a big gun on it. Hey, so editing Colby here. The Gyrosphere is actually based off of concept art from Jurassic World, and as you can see, it's a pretty accurate match to that concept art. So that's actually what this Gyrosphere is based off of. Single seat Gyrosphere. Not much to say about it. Claire actually feels pretty good as far as like her plastic quality. I know some people have complained about the head sculpt. I don't think she looks bad. I think it's a better head sculpt. I mean, we've had some bad Claires, and I will bring them in for comparisons. This is probably my second favorite version of Claire. I think the Dominion one's my favorite. I'd love her like Jurassic World outfit, Mattel, like the white Jurassic World outfit that everyone wants, that they keep not doing for some reason. But she looks good. She's actually quite well painted, which is odd because Mattel's humans have not been well painted recently. Her head is 2 pieces of plastic, and then you've got painted eyebrows, lips, and the eyes are digitally on there. Her shirt is a nice maroon color, and there's a little bit of overpaint actually, but I'm not gonna complain. Actually, I think it's the skin that's the overpaint. It looks good. Her arms are bare, but that's okay. I think this arm is backwards. Yep, there we go. That's how it should look. Yep, it's not backwards, it was just rotated backwards. She has a painted belt buckle, which we've not seen in a minute from Mattel, and then paint all on her jeans to match the camo look. These do look like new legs, and then her boots are the same colors? No. Yes, I think her boots are the same color as her jeans, but they have a gloss coat, so it doesn't look bad. It looks different. She's got the knife. She can hold the knife to plug in, and it looks the same as Owen's actually, so it's a little bit of reuse there, but it's fine. It's just a plug-in piece that'll plug into her there. And then she comes with the squirt gun. It doesn't hold water like it would have in the 90s, but it has the modern cut to make the backpack easier to put on. I like that Mattel's been doing that because those backpacks can be genuinely hard to put on sometimes. Without it, it'll loop over, under, then that looks sort of right. Doesn't want to plug in. The tanks there, and then she does have a molded trigger finger, so I'm assuming they want us to hold the gun in this hand. And yeah, she's all kitted up and ready to go hunt our Estemmenosuchus. Yeah, pretty fun set. Kind of basic, but it's a cool set. I'm figures to compare, so I'll be right back. So here is the Legacy Reimagined Estemmenosuchus next to the 93 Classic Scutosaurus. So the lore behind these two figures is they were planned to be in the Jurassic Park Series 2 line, and they were canceled. So the Scutosaurus matches that figure, and then the Estemmenosuchus, a different color, but they were both planned to release. They were canceled, but they still had the sculpts done. So in 1997, they did a exclusive pack that came with the Estemmenosuchus and Scutosaurus. This is the Hammond Collection Scutosaurus, and this was the color schemes they were in, based off of that figure, which is such a weird niche pick for Hammond Collection, but you know, they gotta make medium, small dinosaur somehow in the line. So they did that, and they came in that 2-pack alongside a human figure that did not come with any of the accessories Claire came with, but I digress. So it's cool to finally have these two kind of modern recreations in the line. So yeah, that's the lore behind those two. The Gyrosphere is the exact same as the other single release. It's just cast in new plastic and has paint. It's the same chair. It's the same piece. Which is a little disappointing, but you know, I'm not really going to display the Gyrosphere anyway, so I'm not too chuffed about that. The crates are the same. Yeah, I know everyone wanted that comparison, the crate comparison. Set is a lot of reuse, which is a bit of a bummer, but at least Claire and the Estemmenosuchus are new. So here's our Claire, and I'll just go in order of release. So here is the first Fallen Kingdom Claire with her yellow jacket. This was the main line release. We've gotten 5 Claires now, which is a lot of Claires, but that's her next to the first Claire. And then this figure got recolored and appeared in 2 sets, being both Gyrosphere sets. This is the newer Legacy Collection version with the updated face paint. She looks pretty rough. Yeah, Claire is a hard likeness for Mattel. And then we got the Dominion Claire, which looks actually pretty decent, and I'm sure served as a base for this figure. They look pretty good next to each other. Why? This one is so much taller than the other one. That's odd. And then lastly, there is the Hammond Collection Claire that is like god-awful. Yikes. Don't know what happened there, Mattel. And then I did bring in, we've got the ACU pilot from Jurassic World. That's a Legacy Reimagined figure. Him and Claire. And we've got good old Owen Grady and Claire. Let me take his helmet off. So there's Owen and Claire. They look pretty neat next to each other. They do have the same knife holster that now you can't see because it's blocked by the gun. But they do have different knives. Her knife is reused though from the Dominion knife that came with Owen and Maisie. It's the same knife piece, but that's okay. It's been a few years since we've seen that. And then the last thing I wanted to do before I kind of wrap this up is we do have our new Nick Van Owen here. Just kind of want to say that it would have been nice if Nick Van Owen was given the treatment of this Claire and got all new accessories. I mean, all new sculpting and stuff. He's only got a new head sculpt. But, you know, this squirt gun did come on the original Nick Van Owen, so I want to see how it looks on him. You know, we have a 90s Nick Van Owen. I might as well see how he looks with his accessory. It is his accessory after all that got reimagined. It is his accessory after all that got reimagined, so it might not even fit him. It might be too small. He might be a little too wide around the middle. If I really force it, I could, but it's not going to fit around him. It's kind of a bummer. It's definitely meant for Claire. It's much smaller and yeah, so I tried. It is not the greatest set in the world, I'll be 100% honest. Definitely not worth the almost $40 you're paying for this thing. It's definitely not worth the $40 you're paying for this thing. And I'm a little bummed with all the reuse in the set as far as like these two aspects go. If you're fans of those figures, like these are good figures, don't get me wrong. 40 is a lot to ask for this set, and it's just a little like for like $10 more you can get the Nick Van Owen set and you're getting a lot more. But I'd maybe wait for a deal on this one or something. But let me know what your guys' thoughts on this set. I might be completely wrong with my opinion, so let me know what you think. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I hope to see you guys in another video in the near future. Take care.